What's up, guys? It's Zach the Celtics guy here, and I'm back with another video, and here to talk about something very important going on in the news at this present time. So, for those of you who don't know, Colombia, the country of Colombia in Latin America, just overthrew their right-wing authoritarian president, and they elected a leftist leader into office, much like Chile did just fairly recently as well. So the Colombian election got some people triggered. And because a right-wing puppet dictator, quasi-authoritarian puppet, that was backed by the CIA and particularly by Donald Trump and even by Joe Biden to some extent, Ivan Duque was defeated, and a man by the name of Gustavo Petro was elected into office. A very good move for Colombia, considering that they defeated this right-wing authoritarian, which I am very happy for the people of Colombia. And I'm very happy to see this because right-wing fascism is being defeated. And the worst governor in the United States, and probably one of the worst politicians in the country, who is a fascist and is a right-wing authoritarian, a blazing homophobe, a war criminal, and just a fucking scumbag and a piece of shit. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Our favorite, Florida's Ron DeSantis. One of the biggest Trumpian politicians in the country. Just a fucking absolute loathsome piece of shit. How does he react? He's triggered like a little bitch, whining like a little bitch that the people of Colombia voted in a free and fair election and overthrew one of his puppets and his fellow Republican Party's puppets that they propped up in Colombia. Just like they propped up Jair Bolsonaro in Brazil and propped up the right-wing coup-monger in Bolivia, Janine Áñez, that overthrew Evo Morales. And this is history throughout Latin America. The CIA and the U.S. government overthrowing leftist governments to prop up right-wing fascist dictators, much like Ivan Duque, much like Sebastian Pinera, Jair Bolsonaro. You go down the list. There's so many of them. It's unbelievable. Ron DeSantis reacts like the DeathSantis that he is. He is a DeathSantis. That's how he responds. He responds like a little bitch. He responds like a little bitch because he is a fucking little bitch, whining and moaning that the election didn't go his way. Oh, but it's the left that complains when elections don't go their way, right? Even though it's in the country of Colombia, a country that has no bearing on Ron DeSantis or Florida or the United States whatsoever. Just like Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, and these other places have no bearing on the U.S. whatsoever. But of course, what does Ron DeSantis do? He interferes in the affairs of Colombia when the people of Colombia voted for a leftist. He doesn't like it because he doesn't like leftists. He doesn't like people even remotely more moderate than him. You know why? Because he's a fascist. He's at least a neo-fascist. Need I go down the list? He's a right-wing authoritarian. So remember, right-wing authoritarians calling others authoritarians is literally like a pile of dog shit telling someone passing by that you smell bad. So Ron DeSantis calling someone else an authoritarian when he has an anti-LGBT rights record, he has curtailed protesters in Florida, and has done all sorts of other authoritarian measures. He's going to call someone authoritarian? The right wing is a fucking joke. The right wing is a fucking joke, especially in the United States of America. But the right wing worldwide is, in fact, hypocrites. So, how does Ron DeathSantis, how does Ron the shithead respond to this? Exhibit A. That's how he responds. Because he can't take it. Let's pull up the video here.
And I just want to say, on behalf of the people of Florida, we've watched the election results down in Colombia, and we have a lot of great Colombian Americans here in our state who are very concerned about what was going on, and I think the results of that election have been very, very troubling.
It was very troubling because the election didn't go my way because a right-wing fascist like me didn't get elected there. So whenever a leftist gets elected, I feel threatened because he feels threatened. His power is threatened. The right wing gets threatened every single time a leftist gets into office because he's triggered like a little fucking bitch. And even if a moderate right-winger got elected, he would be sitting there bitching and moaning and screaming and crying wolf. Because that's what the shithead does.
I believe in freedom in the Western Hemisphere.
I believe in freedom and liberty, even though I violate the rights of LGBT people in Florida and nationwide on a daily basis. I'm against gay marriage and I'm against equal rights for gay people. But I believe in liberty and freedom. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite. American democracy. This is American democracy. This is what the world thinks of us. This is what the world thinks of the United States of America. We look like a bunch of bumbling hypocrites on the world stage, and it's because of idiots like this.
To elect a former narco-terrorist and a Marxist to...
Oh, so we're going to talk. So you're going to say that Colombia elected a former narco-terrorist. I'd love to see the evidence of that dumb fuck. Would love to see the evidence. Because I bet you don't have any. It's not like Ron DeSantis is a truth teller. It's not like Ron DeSantis tells the truth. He lies and lies. Everything that comes out of Ron DeSantis' mouth is a fucking lie. Just like he has the Castros to his south, and then if Georgia elected Stacey Abrams, he would have communism to the north and communism to the south. Yeah, this is the person that we're dealing with here. A person who has very little brains and no acknowledgement of the world and about politics.
To lead Colombia is going to be disastrous. And so we've stood with the people here in Florida that have ties to Colombia. We've had a great relationship with Colombia as a state. We were all hoping that the outcome would be different.
I wish the outcome involved a fascist right-winger like myself. And by the way, whoever the fuck that guy who got into office in Colombia, he's going to be a lot better than you, DeathSantis.
But we've got a problem in the Western Hemisphere with Marxism and totalitarianism.
And the United States of America has a problem with right-wing fascism and authoritarianism. We have that in the fucking United States Supreme Court. Okay? Overturning Roe v. Wade. And I know I said I wasn't going to really talk about this much, but yeah, that's what we've got in the United States of America. We've got fascist right-wingers running the joint, even with Trump not in office and Joe Biden, the status quo Democrat, in office. Yeah, these motherfuckers are still behind the scenes. Oh, Latin America has a problem with Marxism. Yeah, well, guess what? Latin America also had a problem with right-wing authoritarianism when the CIA was overthrowing democratically elected leaders to put in right-wing dictators. Left-wing dictators bad because they're not Team USA, but right-wing dictators that are on the US's side like Jair Bolsonaro, a fascist genocidal right-wing warmonger, that guy's good. Team USA, perfectly acceptable, right? Yep. This is the logic of the Republican Party of today in the United States of America. This is what it is all broiled down to.
Really spreading. I mean, we thought, 25 years ago, the Cold War and all this stuff, and it just keeps rearing its head. So we'll continue to stand with the people of Florida here who are passionate about freedom in the Western Hemisphere, particularly.
And I'm going to stand with people in Florida, the thousands of people in Florida that have died under Ron DeSantis' watch because of his mismanagement of COVID and all that other shit, and his mishandling of so many other things.
In Colombia, but very, very disappointing and very, very troubling result in that election.
I think Ron DeSantis' existence is disappointing. I think the fact that this man is even holds a position of power in the United States of America, that's what's disappointing. So whoever this guy is, a Marxist or whatever, okay, whatever he is, okay, whatever this Gustavo Petro guy is, a member of the Senate of Colombia, whoever this guy is, okay, he's going to be a hell of a lot better than anything Ron DeSantis ever did. He's also going to be better than, I don't know, the guy before him, Duque, who was literally a right-wing authoritarian, who was known to send guards in to shoot at peaceful protesters in the streets. And he was doing that with the CIA's blessings. Do you see why the world does not take America seriously, America's foreign policy by and large? Do you know why? It's because of bullshit like this. It's because Ron DeSantis and all these other right-wing hypocrites are running the joint. That's the reason. They're running the joint, and when it doesn't go their way, then Ron DeSantis does exactly what he accuses the left of doing. Whining and moaning over an election when the election doesn't go their way. That's what Ron DeSantis did in this scenario, and I guarantee you he will continue to do the same. Okay? He'll continue to do the same, and then he'll smear this guy. That's what he'll do. He will literally smear this guy as a Marxist, as a communist, because that's what the right wing does. Anybody who differs from their narrative is a communist and a Marxist. Okay? That's what it is. Okay. Gustavo Francisco Petro Urrego is a Colombian economist, politician, former guerrilla fighter, senator, and the president-elect of Colombia. Unbelievable. So now he's going to assume office on August 7th, 2022. And I guarantee you, Ron DeSantis and Trump and other right-wing authoritarians are going to bitch and moan like the little fucking bitches that they are. Okay? So, guarantee you that that's what this guy is going, guarantee you that that's what Ron DeSantis is going to do. You know why? Because Ron DeSantis is a fucking liar. He is a slanderous, defamatory, libelous bullshitter, and anybody with a brain in their head knows that Ron DeSantis is a fucking liar and a smear merchant. Ron DeSantis is easily the biggest smear merchant in the United States of America and probably in the history of Florida. Do you see other governors talking about this? Do you see Larry Hogan in Maryland talking about this? Do you see Charlie Baker here in Massachusetts talking about this? Do you see Chris Sununu talking about this in New Hampshire, rather? Do you see any of these others talking about it? No, they don't. You know why? Because they got better things to do with their time, you fucking dipshit. They've got better things to do with their time. Okay? How about this, DeathSantis? Why don't you focus on your own state that you've turned into a fucking disaster? How about that? How about the ones about, the place where there's neo-Nazis running around and everything else, and then everyone's talking about the housing crisis, okay? You know where there's one of the worst housing crises going on right now? It's in Florida. That's what's going on over there. That's exactly what's going on. Ron DeSantis has also threatened peaceful protesters, and he's indoctrinating children with right-wing propaganda to bitch and moan and say, we're going to teach children about the dangers of communism and socialism. I bet, so what, are those classes that you're going to teach, that you're going to indoctrinate children with? Are you going to teach them about this guy? Oh, that's what Ron DeSantis does. But remember guys, it's the left that's indoctrinating people. It's the left that's indoctrinating people. And I guarantee you I'm going to get all sorts of right-wing trolls in the comments. Which, by the way, if you see this, fuck you. Fuck you. Ron DeSantis, fuck you as well. Fuck you as well. I love the fact that Ron DeSantis is triggered like a little bitch. I love it. But at the same time, it's maddening. Do you know why? Because this man wields power, and he wields power in the most irresponsible way possible. Ron DeSantis is not a responsible human being. He's not a responsible human being. He bitches and moans about everything and everybody when it doesn't go his way because he's a little fucking bitch. He's a little fucking crybaby little bitch. That's what Ron DeSantis is, a little fucking crying, whiny, weaselly little bitch boy. He's a whiny little fucking sleaze bag and slime bag. Okay? He is a borderline fascist, a neo-fascist. But it's okay because he banned mask mandates. That's what the fucking right wing loves about him. Oh, they just love that. They love the fact that he bitches and moans. He loves the fact that he bitches and moans and spews COVID conspiracies on a daily basis. Oh, bitches and moans. Yeah, I'm so done with these people. I'm so fucking over these people. I'm so fucking done with these people. And I'm so done with people like Ron DeSantis. Now, to be fair, not all of Florida is bad. I'm not saying all of... No, because one of my good friends lives in Florida with his family in Ocala, Florida. There are parts of Florida that are really nice, but then there's also parts of Florida that are batshit fucking insane and infested with fucking alt-right wingers and white supremacists. So... not all of Florida is bad. I'm not stereotyping Florida, okay? Not all of Florida is bad necessarily. But some of the worst ilk of this country, Ron DeSantis, Marco Rubio, and Rick Scott, 3 right-wing authoritarians, fascists, and fucking blazing homophobes. That's the product of Florida. That's what's come out of Florida. Those 3 scumbags. And I don't know who I hate more. Probably Ron DeSantis because he's just obnoxious. He's an obnoxious fucking prick. He's an obnoxious fucking cocksucking asshole who should not be anywhere near a position of any power whatsoever. Not near any whatsoever. So the next time, DeathSantis, the next time that you want to sit there and bitch and moan about because I know exactly what's going to happen when Georgia holds their election and Stacey Abrams gets into Georgia. You will sit and bitch and moan exactly like you did here, and you're going to bitch and moan about Colombia, and you're going to bitch and moan about anyone. And I would love it if he tries to turn over the attention over here to Massachusetts, where he sits there and he goes and he bitches and moans about us. I'd love to see that. He hasn't, but I'm sure he probably would if it got enough attention. He would, because it's not like Ron DeSantis knows anything. Okay, he knows zero about politics. He knows zero about structures of government. His idea of structures of government is to destroy structures of government and make himself out to be what he is, a right-wing authoritarian and a fascist and a scumbag. And I guarantee you that this guy would stop at nothing to start a war with Colombia if he had the chance. No, Ron DeSantis is a dangerous human being. He is a bad human being. He is a bad leader and a bad person. He is a piece of shit. And I fucking hate him. I fucking hate Ron DeSantis with every fucking bone in my body, every fucking fiber of my being. I hate Donald Trump. I hate Marco Rubio. I hate Ted Cruz. I hate Greg Abbott. I hate the fucking assholes on the Supreme Court responsible for overturning Roe v. Wade. I hate all of these motherfuckers. Because the reason why America is going backward is because of them. What do we want as a future of a country? Do we want to turn into a fascist right-wing dictatorship? Or do we want something different? Or do we want the status quo like Joe Biden? What do we want? We need something different. Not this. We don't need DeathSantis. We don't need the Diet Republican Party and the alt-right neocon party. We need to vote all of them out in November. Fuck all of these people. And especially fuck DeathSantis. And kudos to the people of Colombia for making informed choices and ousting Ivan Duque from power. And I hope the people of Brazil do this in their elections in 2023, and I hope the people of Latin America and the world overthrow right-wing fascists that are infecting their countries and destroying whatever they touch. And I hope more of this happens, and I hope that the ilk like DeathSantis gets defeated. That's what he is. He's DeathSantis. Fuck him. I also call him DeathSantis because he's a fucking war criminal too. And he hasn't met a war he didn't love, and he would stop at nothing to massacre a bunch of innocent civilians to prop up a right-wing dictator. Now, Ron DeSantis is lower than the low. He's the bottom of the barrel, and that's what he is. Now, fuck this guy, and the people of Colombia, congrats. And I wish you all the best of luck. And Ron DeSantis, I wish nothing but the worst for. DeathSantis, fuck you. And all of it, and all the right-wing trolls that come in the comments every time I dare to criticize Trump or DeSantis or some other right-wing figure, fuck you too. To the people of Colombia, good job, congratulations, and I wish you the best of luck. And to everyone else who's sitting here and watching, I'm gonna end it here. But thank you to everybody who's stopped by to listen. I'll be back with more videos coming up soon, more streams, premieres, a whole bunch of other stuff in the works. Stay tuned for more and more stuff on the way. This is Zach the Celtics guy saying thank you for watching. See you all again in the next video, next time, stream, premiere, whatever it happens to be. And I'm going to continue to stand here and call out the right-wing authoritarianism that is infecting many parts of this country and many parts of the world, because it is our patriotic duty to do exactly that. And if we continue to do that, we may just get what Colombia is getting. And I wish them the best of luck and everyone else the best of luck going forward. See you all again next time. Be safe, be well, take care, and more stuff on the way soon. Bye for now, take care, peace out, and have a good day.